My name is Themis, goddess of wisdom, justice, and good counsel. I am wife to Zeus, and I was in my room the night of the attack. I have an alibi to confirm my whereabouts, a chambermaid who was turning down my bed, and I've written her name on a piece of paper in case you want to discuss it further with her.
Yes, we've already got in contact with the name that you have provided, and we have a witness statement confirming your whereabouts from 11:30 p.m. onwards.
See evidence 9.
Here? You really did come prepared, didn't you?
It's just the information you bring to an interview, that's all. Do you need anything else?
Yes, actually, if you wouldn't mind, I have a couple more questions. I've done my research into you. You appear to be a very straight-laced goddess that wouldn't step out of line, if you don't mind me saying.
My job isn't to step out of line, only to restore justice.
So how do you go about restoring justice?
Well, if a god has acted morally wrong, I can advise a punishment or advise that they be sent to the Tartarus. It's rather similar to your job, actually, Dana. You're not the only one who's done their research. You used to be friends with Zeus, didn't you? Or should I say more than friends?
This isn't about me. If we could get back to the questions, this process would go by much quicker. So, you have the power to inflict punishment and pain on individuals, or even send them to prison.
No, it's not quite like that. I am a symbol of wisdom, therefore I can provide good counsel to other gods on how to restore justice. I don't actually inflict those acts myself.
And Zeus, have you ever given him advice?
Yes, plenty of times he turned to me for my wisdom.
Zeus has wronged many people in his lifetime. Has anyone ever come to you for advice against Zeus?
No, no one would dare ask.
Well, I'm going to ask. Imagine, if you will, that I have come to seek your counsel and spoke to you of a man who has sexually assaulted numerous women. He has deceived women into thinking he was something or someone else for his own sexual pleasure. If I spoke to you of a man who had murdered countless people, or a man who had cursed and tortured numerous innocent souls, a man who has dehumanized individuals because he was angry, taking away their life and much, much worse, how would you advise me to punish this man? It's a simple question, right? These clearly are immoral actions. How would you restore justice, Themis? Surely you wouldn't sit back and let this man keep wreaking havoc. I definitely wouldn't.
No, me too.
So, what would you do?
I would ensure that the man was restrained or incapacitated to prevent any further harm. But no one would ever think to put Zeus behind bars. It is impossible. There is no way to redress the conventional balance of power and privilege enjoyed by these powerful men.
Let's talk about this restraint, shall we? Referring to this restraint, would you potentially advise someone to induce a long sleep?
Yes, a long sleep would be one way of preventing harm.
And how would someone go about that?
Consulting Hypnos, the god of sleep, would be advisable. He is knowledgeable in potent sleeping aids, powerful enough to put someone into a long slumber.
Interesting. Well, let's discuss methods of administration. Pills would be one way, correct?
Yes, pills are the common usage, but there is also inhalation or injection that might also be considered.
You might think that injecting someone would be more efficient, wouldn't you? A quick injection over forcing someone to swallow a pill?
Yes, injection would yield a quicker effect and probably leave less room for mistake.
And if one were to use injection, what substance do you think would induce a deep sleep?
Opium would be a suitable choice.
You seem very knowledgeable in this area.
I am the goddess of wisdom and good counsel. I'm knowledgeable in all areas, Dana. Like I said before, my job is to advise, not to actually perform any of those acts myself.
Thank you. That'll be all my questions.